This is Monster Chick, and you're watching History and Headlines with Action Gal.
History and Headlines with Action Gal. This is Pet Monster. Thanks for joining us on History and Headlines with Action Gal.
Welcome to Headlines and History with Action Gal. This is an article submitted by Granny Monster, and because it has an Australian slant, she said I should be the one to present it. It is from theblaze.com, written by Mike Ciondella. It is about a vegan who lives in the suburbs of Australia, who sued her next-door neighbours over noise, cigarette smoke, and accusations that they grilled fish just to annoy her. Scylla Carden, a massage therapist and vegan, sued her neighbours by saying that they are making her life difficult by barbecuing. She said the smell of cigarette smoke from her next-door neighbour is intolerable, as were the noises. They just bang the wall at any time while I've been sleeping, she said. Then the kids with their basketballs just bang and vibrating. It vibrates this part of the house. It's been devastating. It's been turmoil. It's been unrest. I haven't been able to sleep. And Carden insisted that these transgressions were not accidental. It's deliberate. That's what I told the court. It's deliberate. After having her case thrown out in a lower court, Carden took it before the Supreme Court of the state of Western Australia, which also ruled against her. But she promised that she will continue to fight. At least one of Carden's neighbours has removed the offending barbecue completely in an attempt to keep the peace, and had instructed his children to stop playing basketball at their house.
Okay, this one you're going to love, kids. Giraffe stream flagged on YouTube for nudity and sexual content. Yeah, that's right. Millions of people have been watching and waiting in anticipation to witness the birth of a baby giraffe at the Animal Adventure Park in Harpersville, New York. The park set up a webcam in order to share the precious and educational moment with the world. Park officials, with little more than 12 hours, they've had more than 20 to 30 million views. And April, the giraffe, is a 15-year-old and expecting a calf with her mate. Oliver Park says April could give birth at any moment, but now the world might not see it. Park officials say that YouTube has pulled the live stream due to pornographic content. For the millions of you that have been tuning in to take witness to the educational experience, the live giraffe birth, a handful of extremists and animal rights activists may not agree with you. And that's okay. But unfortunately, they reported it to YouTube Cam for sexually explicit or nude content, which may have made its removal awesome. And just in case you're wondering, according to YouTube guidelines, sexually explicit content like pornography is not allowed. Videos containing fetish content will be removed or age-restricted depending on the severity of the act in question. In most cases, violent, graphic, or humiliating fetishes are not allowed to be shown on YouTube. So if you all got a thing for giraffes, sorry about your luck.
Well, I saw this headline and I absolutely had to share. Walmart asks customers to stop shopping in sleepwear, even in states where it's legal. Bentonville, Arkansas, the largest retail chain in the country, is doing its part to curb one of the worst social epidemics of our generation. Walmart recently announced that it is asking its customers to refrain from visiting the stores dressed in pajamas, even in states where the practice is illegal. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon said it's up to companies and business leaders to be the change. They want to see this happen in the world. Somehow, our stores have created a culture where people think it's perfectly acceptable to go out in public in whatever they slept in, McMillan said. We're trying to change that. The controversial announcement is being applauded by supporters, but it's receiving pushback from shoppers who see no good reason to get dressed before leaving the house. What am I supposed to do? Rent a tuxedo? To buy a box of Pop-Tarts? Said Butch Tribbigsby, a Walmart customer, wearing an adult onesie and flip-flops. Wow. It's Walmart, for goodness sakes. Walmart executives say a negative response to the announcement is proof that the change is necessary. They further explained that this is merely a suggestion by the company and not an enforceable policy, much like their directive that customers wear shirts and shoes while shopping. This is just a really pathetic example of where our culture is right now, where you have to tell people, hey, you're going out, maybe you should put on a proper pair of shoes, maybe some jeans and a t-shirt. I mean, people just roll out of bed and just go about their day, and that peasants, what are you gonna do? Anyway, I never thought I'd agree with Walmart on any particular point, but there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments section below, and thanks for watching. So I found this on the internet, and I just couldn't resist. This is from beforeitsnews.com. Eat me? Swedish scientist wants to fight climate change with cannibalism. What? Swedish behavioral scientist Magnus Söderlund has suggested that eating other people after they die could be a means of combating climate change. The scientist... Hold on a moment while I chuckle. Oh, jeez. Okay, continuing. The scientist mentioned the possibility of cannibalism during a broadcast on Swedish television channel TV4 this week about a fair in Stockholm regarding food of the future. Söderland is set to hold seminars at the event entitled Gastro Summit about the future of food, where he intends to discuss the possibility of eating people in the name of cutting down greenhouse emissions. Goodness. According to his research, the main problem with the idea is a widespread taboo of eating human flesh, and said that conservative attitudes could make it hard to convince Swedes at large to take up the practice of cannibalism. Wow. Okay. Regardless of the likely immense resistance to the idea of eating people, Söderland said it was important to examine different options in the name of sustainability. Söderland is not alone in its call to reject the taboo of cannibalism. Last year, noted atheist and evolutionary scientist Richard Dawkins advocated for lab-grown meat and suggested it may be used to overcome our taboo against cannibalism. Psychologist Jared Pizza and Neil McLatchie of Lancaster University also questioned the taboo on cannibalism in an article for Newsweek last month, but ultimately did not endorse breaking it. Wow. Cannibalism is not only alternative meat advocated by climate change activists. Many have embraced plant-based meat imitations, while others have put their support behind meat made of insects as a way to cut down on greenhouse emissions and save on land and water use. I'm just... okay.